Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of your divine uniqueness. So as always, happy to have you with us, whether on the live call or on the replay. And also very happy that Natalia MacLeod is with us for the first time on the show. And first, very excited that's really experiencing her work, her healing work, and also about what she will be sharing. So the subject is about opening and connecting to the light body, and she will tell us how we can do the cleansing and clearing, so we can bring more light to our body cells, or to the cellular level. And also she will guide us on a powerful light body meditation, and also we'll have a Q&A later on the call where you can ask her your questions. And also she will be performing like mini one-on-one sessions for you, for the live callers. So for that, you can raise your hand on Zoom app by pressing reactions, then raise hand. If you are on the phone, you can press on *9, and also you can type on the chat boxes on Zoom and also on YouTube. And also very excited about Natalia sharing about her work, because it's really powerful. And also I've been reading about others' experience. It's really amazing, like the healing and the shifts that they've been experiencing after working with her. So it's really, really powerful. So very excited about that, about the subject, and also the interactions we will be having with her today. And for those who are new to her, she does Attune Energy Healing, and she works with sacred geometry, the chakra system, frequency codes, and vibration to shift emotional and physical blockages. And yeah, so that's Natalia. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Mansa. Thank you for having me and opening up your audience and your lovely people to me and to the work that I do. So it should be fun. This is all light and fun.
Yes.
So I guess so a lot of times people ask what I do, and I think to most of your audience, we're most likely very spiritually connected, otherwise they wouldn't be here. But I think it's important to talk about what energy is. Because when I say bring more light into the cells, that sounds very esoteric and lovely, but what is that? So we're energy beings. We're all vibrational beings. And every living thing emits waveforms or frequencies. So all of nature and humankind is always exchanging energy on an external environment on all levels. And this is occurring whether we're aware of it, conscious of it or not. It's powerful to know that we have a connection to energy, whether it's electromagnetic energy, which is obviously within our bodies and in the universe, but this is not electromagnetic energy. This is subtle energy. And subtle energy is the energy that governs the dimensions of emotion and vitality and mental dimensions. And subtle energy is what is in our biological field and of every living organism. And what's so amazing about subtle energy is that it is something that science hasn't been able to measure, but we know as living organisms that it's very real, and we can measure improvements and the effects of it through many modalities, whether it be acupuncture or reflexology, or they sometimes say, like, they don't know exactly how it works, but they know that it's tapping into something, and that's the subtle energy. So what's also I think important to understand about subtle energy is that it doesn't follow the laws of time and space. So people often ask me with my work, well, that I had a pain and now it's gone. Well, the laws of time and space, it doesn't follow those. It doesn't it's faster than the speed of light. It's able to resonate with anything in the universe, irrelevant of time and distance. So healing can be instantaneous, as we know with any sort of energy work that works with subtle energy. It also can be incremental. It really depends. All of our biological functions and all of nature are governed by subtle energy. So balancing subtle energy allows us to have coherence physically, mentally, emotionally, and the effects are profound. And sometimes people get caught and they say, well, wait, where'd the pain go? And they go looking for it with the rational mind, because we're human, and we're not always able to see. Maybe on some level we understand, but on another level, we're not always able to see that there is something that is very instant and very loving, that is greater than what we can see, feel, touch, hear. So I interact with the body's energy fields, and I amplify beneficial energy or qualities within someone's field. And that's essentially what I do.
Wonderful. And yeah, I love what you shared about the subtle energy. It's, how to say, because we've been on a spiritual journey, so with time we start to feel it more and more. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it becomes more, we can feel it more stronger, because we become more attuned. And also I like that you mentioned the time and space, that it works independently on that. And maybe a question about that, because how to say, like when we do like spiritual work or healing, energetic healing, there are some expectations coming through that. And those expectations, many times there is time related to that.
Yeah.
So how do you see, or maybe what is your perspective on how to relate to the energy healing, like the energetic part, at the same time, how we can relate at the same time to time, because it's part of the human experience as well.
And it's complicated, because as a human, obviously we don't know what, if we were to go to esoteric place, we don't know what the soul's purpose was in this lifetime. So maybe someone comes in and they want to have the experience of having a disease and navigating life with that. So it's not just that any energy work or alternative medicine can come in and just hit a magic wand and that'll be gone. If the soul wants to have that experience, but the way the person navigates in that experience is altogether a different thing, because we know that it's what one does with what they're handed or given, or chose on some level. But then there's other physical pain or disease that's not necessary, or we outgrow it and we don't need it anymore. So a lot of times I'll work with people who have either had an injury, or they just manifested something in their shoulder and they've always had it, and they think, well, that's always just going to be there. And a lot of times I don't know if my intention is always clear, that I think the body can be a very clear vessel in which to navigate this world in. It doesn't mean it's never going to be hit by an illness or disease or something, but there is always the possibility for it to be clear, and that hence the time and space. So when I go in with that intention and someone comes to me, a lot of times they might have one issue that they want to deal with, but while I go through the body, that's where I feel and see the vibration and it's not, obviously not in person. It's not in person. I used to do some in person, and obviously if I'm next to someone, I always say go stand over there. But a lot of times I do move my hands right off the body, which is very indicative of something that clearly works better off the body, because I'm not dealing with the physicality of their bones and their skin. I can move into the subtle layers, which is it's so profound when you think of it, that I get the best results when I go off of someone's physical body and I move through the layers, irrelevant of where they are, whether they believe it or not. And I mean, well, one note on that. I have had people block me where, they say, I want this gone. And then, I can't seem to, that hasn't happened much, or it comes back. And if it comes back, something like a physical pain, it just shows you something. It shows you that the energy left. And if the energy returned, well, it's not that it can't leave. It did. It's that some part of that person either wasn't finished with it, or some part of them really needs to still learn something from it. The space and time is beautiful because it can go into a place where we carry the pain or the physicality from our ancestors, and it can remove that. It also is an energetic thing, as we know. So as people are energy beings, we're vibrational. And let's say you raise your children and you say, oh, but I'm a great mom. But the children sense that there's something, there's an undercurrent of depression or of, unworthiness, or whatever the myriad of things that we pick up or have as human beings. And that's what they pick up on. And then you start to see that behavior mimicked in the children. We notice it with the way a child walks. You don't teach a child how to walk a certain way or how to stand, but more often than not, if it's a girl, they probably stand or walk like their mom. If it's a boy, they probably stand or walk like their father, if those parents are present. And even they've seen, if those parents aren't present and they're not part of their life, they'll see similarities in their body and in their posture. Well, that's in the DNA, it's in the cells. There's a memory there. So it also tells you that you can change those things. They used to think that the structure of the DNA and all of the DNA was set in stone. You had your moms and your dads, and that was that. And we know with epigenetics, that's just not so. It's just not so. And the same goes for our thoughts. We know that we are not our thoughts. We know that we are not, the brain actually doesn't even hold the thoughts, the brain recalls them. So we can change all of these things. And with energy work on these levels, it penetrates to a place that is much more profound than, let's say, talking about it, because that keeps you in the same vibration. And although talk therapy is wonderful and it's absolutely relevant, it's the same with allopathic medicine. It's wonderful if you have, a limb that fell off or disease that you need to get, medical attention for. But there's another part of health and wellness, which is the vibration that you were on in which you got the disease, or what you were thinking when you kept having the same injury. And as for, any trauma in life, it's the same thing. You can talk about something that's occurred, but then you're still in the past and you're holding the vibration of when it occurred and that vibration. So we remove and we shift the energy in the fields so that it's not that you forget what happened or you forget the pain, but it no longer has a hold on you. And then when it is physical pain, that's why I see so often that it just goes and it's just gone. And it's gone. And it doesn't need to show up in someone's wrist or someone's back or someone's field. So it's quite miraculous.
Yeah, wonderful. That's really interesting. So from my understanding, when you work on an energetic level, so we are working on the light body, and when it's like you can see and maybe detect the issues that the person is having, and when shifting, that's like the physical will follow at certain. It depends on how they integrate the energy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And so why do you call it like light body? Is it like because the original maybe states of it, or
I don't
it's
actually.
More
I don't actually. I called it Attune because when I first started to do the work, it was with tuning forks. And I could see that in tuning, with tuning forks, there was a resonance that the body wants to naturally go back to. And that just came to me through meditation. It wasn't contrived at all. And then the work and the way I work is constantly evolving. I don't subscribe to starting at the feet, moving to the head, and then it doesn't work that way. It's completely organic in that anyone that I'm working on will share what they may have or what they want to work on, whether it's physical or emotional, or sometimes it's both. Oftentimes it's both. And while I'm working, it shows up. And a lot of times, I don't really share this so much because then people might expect it. But a lot of times when I'm working on someone, a name will come through. So I could be working on someone's organ, and let's say they have, IBS or something. And I don't know. Sometimes it's someone living, sometimes it's someone past that's relevant to them. And quite often it's relevant to the work that they're working on. So it could be an ex-husband, it could be a boyfriend, it could be their father, and the name will come in while I'm in that organ. And that's pretty cool, because I don't, sometimes I say, you might know this person or you're not, and I just say it. Sometimes I don't. And often the person's like, what? But it's so telling, because when I find someone, this sounds weird, but when I find someone in someone's liver, I know that person has contributed to what's going on in terms of, their anger. So yeah, this happens a lot. Sometimes I'm doing a session and I'll say, do you know so-and-so? And the person's like, no. And then literally like an hour later, I'll get a text from them. Oh my God, that was my boss and he fired me. And then you realize that person had an energetic effect on their physical and their emotional body. And sometimes it's really obvious. And they say, well, that was my ex-boyfriend and he treated me. And I'm like, okay, well, he's in your spleen. And you can feel when I pull energy out, the person usually feels a weight. And when I say that, I mean, it's like a physical, tangible weight that I feel. I feel it. They often feel, depending on the sensitivity level, they often feel it to, varying degrees. And they'll say, oh yeah, I feel, and sometimes I don't even say, and they're like, there's something leaving my shoulder. I'm like, yeah. Or there's something leaving the left side of my head. This is my right, this is my left side. And you come to see that the subtle energy that we're speaking of, whether it's in the etheric body, just 2 inches off the skin, so people, like, we don't end here, right? Or it's in the mental or physical body or the causal body, it's there, it's in the field. And whenever there's a trauma, whether it's an injury, someone hurts their knee skiing. Well, what happened when they hurt their knee? Sometimes there's a force, right? So if you have a car accident, I had someone recently, it was 5 years before, he said he had tried everything. And I said, well, who hit you? just casually. And he said, oh, it was this guy and he was on his phone. And I right there and then was like, move that out of the field, because that also, the person that hit him also had an energetic force and he was holding on to it. And he was mad that this guy was on his phone and he hit him. It was 5 years before. I'm like, let it go already. It was gone. It was gone after, because the force was still in his field. He's like, I've tried everything on my knee. And I'm like, well, yeah, but the impact of that, even though it wasn't something that we would say was, living, well, it was behind that. It was a living person that has an energetic momentum to it. And that momentum was stuck in his field. And then he amplified it because he was mad at the person. So we do this all day long and we can't beat ourselves up for it. It's not bad. But no one ever taught us in school that, well, if you throw the ball at your brother and you're mad at him, it's going to have a different impact than you throw it by mistake and you go, oops, I hit him in the head. It's a completely different impact. So my son, I have 2 boys, so they get hurt a lot. But I've also inculcated them into a world where mommy can help them. And so sometimes it's, he hit me in the face with the ball. Well, was he mad or did he do it on purpose? Because it's different. And they're quick to let it go. I mean, if we all stayed like children, we would be pretty healthy and resilient, because children are easy to let things go for the most part. So all of this it's all part of it. We're complex beings, and it's not as simple as just saying, oh, I'm going to do a meditation and we're going to clear everything out. It's very complex. But the reason I brought in the light body was, to be quite honest, because when I was going to come and speak, I meditated on it. And I'm such a clear channel for what needs to come forth that I just trust it. I just always trust. I'm like, okay. And then I could see after, like, oh, that's why. Because the more light we bring into ourselves and the more open we are when we do the meditation, I'm sure you'll feel it. The more open we are, the more fluid energy can run through our system and it doesn't stagnate. So like I said, we don't hold on to the guy who hit us or the ball that we got whacked in the head with. We don't hold these things so heavily. We allow them and we let them move in our system, which we're always moving. Our energies, if anyone sees auras, they're changing constantly. You're not just one color or one static color for your whole life, constantly changing, as is our vibration. That's why when someone walks in the room and they see you and they're like, oh, Monsef's in a great mood, but your back is to them, but they can feel it. We're vibrational, energetic beings, and we feel stuff just the way animals do. We've just lowered the volume on those senses. And now we're starting more and more to wake up to, oh, these senses are so important. And the more you open them, the more receptive and the more light comes in, because we are light beings. So long-winded way to finish answering your question is, I once heard this, and I wish I could attribute it to who, I don't remember, but it was someone that said hue as in light, and man as in manifestation. So we're manifested light. That's what we are. That's really what we are.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. Thank you so much. So yeah, we can start a meditation a little bit. Just want to maybe comment on what you said, like when we have maybe difficulty letting go of something. And also what I noticed from my experience, if I have difficulties letting go of something, either like some experience show up a little bit similar as an opportunity to let go a little bit more or move forward in that, or sometimes an experience where I expect the same thing happening and then nothing is happening, and it's like a message that, yeah, this is just old energies. We are done with it. You can just let go. So it's not happening anymore. So it's I feel like also it's like we feel things in our body, but also like our reality. It's also like sometimes I see it as maybe extension of the body where it talks to us about and gives us messages and guide us.
Mhm. Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, because it's in our field. So it's like when someone puts on a happy face, but their energy is saying something different. Because we're energetic beings and because we are that primarily, we might play into it, but we know the truth in here. And we always do. It's why we know when someone's being sincere, we know when someone is being truthful, and we know when something is true in our hearts because it resonates with that part of us, the same part of us that also carries that vibration.
Yeah. Wonderful. And do you feel it's the right time for the meditation?
Sure. Yes, of course. It's always the right time.
Yes.
All right. We'll try and keep it. Well, we see. I don't know how these things go. I'm going to put some things have me move to put a little background frequency. So yeah, let's go inward. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose and hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then exhale slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm going to start by grounding you into the earth. So if you're sitting or laying down, either is fine. I want you to feel the soles of your feet. And I'm going to start to bring some earth energy up through the soles of your feet. And just receive it. And this will come up through your ankles. And it'll start to flow through your calves. And into the knees. Through your thighs. And up into the hips. And from the hips, we're going to go into the root chakra, which is facing down towards the feet like a cone. And I'm going to pull this energy center down. So you might start to feel like your legs are getting longer, or that you're being pulled into the earth. And just allow it. We're just grounding. And the reason grounding is so important is we're more stable in our daily lives as we feel supported by the energy of the earth, which we are part of. So I'm going to pull you down into the earth. And we're actually going to go down 3 feet into the earth, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. And if you would like, You can have Mother Earth take you deep into the core and anchor you. Now I'm going to bring this energy up from the core of the earth, through your feet, through your legs, through your root chakra, filling it up. And from here, I'm going to go into the second chakra. And I'm going to open the front of this chakra and the back. And this chakra sits at the abdomen. And if you would like, you can envision the color orange. And I'm just going to open this. And I want you to breathe in light. And I'm going to expand this chakra open. Just breathe in and allow this expansion. It may almost feel like there's a balloon around you on the sides and in the back and in the front. And we're going to breathe in light and allow light to come from within and through and around the body. Now bring this energy up to the solar plexus in the middle of the body. And I'm going to open this chakra in the front and in the back. And I want you to breathe in light as I expand this open and allow the light to flood in within, through, and around your body. Now I bring this energy up to your heart chakra. And you can envision a beautiful emerald green if that pleases you. And I'm going to open the front of this chakra and the back between the shoulder blades. And I want you to be aware of this expansion that is occurring from all around you, all around the front, the back, and the sides. And breathe in light. This time, breathe in light through the heart. As I expand this chakra, allow the light within, through, and around the body. Now I move up to the throat chakra. And you can envision a beautiful emerald blue as I open the back of the chakra and the front of your throat. And allow this energy center to open and to be infused with light. Breathe into it and allow the expansion within, through, and around the body. Now we'll move up through the face and right between the brows and down the center of the head, we'll find the sixth chakra, the third eye. And you can picture a beautiful violet. To breathe in and allow the expansion of the back of the head and the brows, opening up to your sixth chakra. Then we'll move up to the seventh chakra on top of your head. And you may feel my hand on top of your head. And we're going to open up to the light to come down through the head and within and around the body. And now to open up the eighth chakra, I'm going to put my fingers on the temples, just outside, gently opening up the head so we can open the eighth and the ninth chakra. And you may start to feel this expansion on your temples and the opening above your head. Just allow the light to come within, through, and around the body. And now, if you allow this light to come pouring down above your head, through the ninth chakra, about 10 inches above your head, and allow it to come through, within and around your body, through the eighth chakra, on top of your head, seventh, down through the sixth chakra, at the pineal gland, right through the center of the head at the midbrain, down to the throat, down into the heart chakra, And right at the core of the heart chakra, there's an assemblage point. And this point is light. Just breathe into that light. And allow that light to expand out the back of the heart chakra and out through the front. And then we bring the light that is underneath the ground through our feet, up through our legs, into our first and second and third chakras. And we meet at the heart. And breathe in this light that is all around you, within you, because it is you. You can come back if you choose.
Yeah, that was very beautiful. Like I felt more presence in the body, and also the energy field expanding, and more light coming in. That was yeah, it was really profound.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Barrett, thank you. That was beautiful. Pinkan, thank you. Cheryl, thank you. That was very nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful.
So you can actually feel the cylinder that we built.
Yeah.
And you feel the light just, and you feel that coming through, and then you start to resonate with the toroidal field that runs down into the earth and around and above us. It's powerful to remember who we are. Yeah.
Right. Pipa, Charlotte, thank you. Charlotte, thank you very much. I became the light in and out. Such a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
Mary on YouTube, Charlotte, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, wonderful. So we will start taking questions in a few minutes. Just for now, I would love if you can tell us about the one-on-one sessions. There's a 30-minute one-on-one Attune Energy session, and also a 60 minutes version of it. And I invite everyone to visit the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia, NATALIA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description, and I will add it to Zoom and YouTube chat boxes. So, Natalia, I would love if you can tell us about the session. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Well, the 30 minutes special for you, because I don't usually do that, but I wanted to offer something that I could still do this work. So I tend to open people up when I do it, similar to what we do. It's like I said, it's organic, so it's always changing. But once I do that, you share with me what if there was something, something going on, neck pain or injury or just something emotional. And that's where once I've opened up the chakras, and it's important for me, I have an Ayurvedic background. But I also realize that those energy systems are integral in any kind of work that people do, because it's what we are. Once those are open, as you have experienced through the meditation, then I can easily go into the field and see what needs to be worked on or what can be adjusted. And so I always start with opening, and then I go into the work, and that's all. There's no recipe. That's all beautifully orchestrated by whomever it is that I'm working on and whatever shows up. So so it's always different. Sometimes people are extremely sensitive, and they, before I even say I'm doing something, they're like, oh, I already feel it. And other people usually when I start working on someone, they can feel, I think we'll have some live callers. So if there's anyone with like a pain or something, usually can feel heat in that area. And when I pull something out, you usually feel like a tingling. Oftentimes I have people laying down in their homes or whatever, where they're comfortable and won't be disturbed, and their arms are by their sides, because I pull the energy out through the feet or through the arms. Or if I'm taking something, that'll just, it just shifts. But I'll just have to do a shorter, abbreviated version of what I normally do, which is, usually a little over an hour. So, but it still gets done. Like I said, it's instant. So it's just faster to the finish line.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. And also thank you for offering the shorter version as well. Yeah, because some of our audience, they prefer that. So yeah. So grateful to you. And also thank you very much for the support you are bringing to our audience through these sessions. Because I feel it's like, I know how powerful, like your work is really powerful, and having someone who can see the subtle energy that sometimes we don't pick up, we don't understand why some patterns are happening to us. It can be very helpful to shift that and to heal that and move forward in our path. So yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for being available to our audience. And everyone, also, I invite you to sign up for one of these 2 sessions. And again, the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia, NATALIA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page, and also the link on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And wonderful. So yeah, we have questions already coming in. Just want to share 2 comments very quickly from YouTube. From Irieta, beautiful process, thank you. And Gabrielle, the meditation was very uplifting. I'm a strong believer of energy healing. Yeah, thank you, Irieta and Gabrielle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you very much, Natalia and Montef. It's just a beautiful work, and thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Should I share just what bothers me? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Of course.
From young age, I have this stomach and indigestion, and strong headaches. Like it goes through my life, like till now 40s. And so I did, of course, everything. And lately, half a year, though I do a lot of like healing and trauma work and going through this psychosomatic thing a lot, is still this reflux and everything. It's just every day with me. And like now I even have it like kind of stuck stomach and then a headache. Like it comes usually together or separate, but it's just like almost every second day or every third day. And it's just not, it's not.
What happened 11 years ago? You don't have to, you don't have to share because it's the public. So that's another aspect of my work. I get dates. So something is usually triggered and then amplified or triggered again. So just keep that in your head. You don't need to share. If it was a private session, you could share. So something 11 years ago, does that ring true?
11 years ago. I'm trying to think how old I was. I was 31. Not that I remember exactly something.
Right.
Just a period of time. So
it's a so so when you say you have it now, it's coming, it's pretty much always all day?
No, it's like today I had a stressy day, which triggered a lot of fear in me. And then usually in these kind of cases, I have these acid things, or it's like indigestion, and then a headache comes in. It's just.
And do you have a headache right now, Jess?
Just not very strong, but I have it. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to close your eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale deeply through your mouth slowly. Okay, I'm going to do something similar to the meditation, which is I'm going to put my fingers on your temples. And I'm going to slowly start to open up your head, and I feel it more it would be on your left side. And what you might start to feel is an energy coming into your left side at your left temporal lobe. And then across your forehead at your prefrontal cortex. And I want you to breathe out slowly. You might feel something being pulled out the right side, and it's leaving. Now I'm going to go into your I'm going to go into your throat, actually, just and into the esophagus. So if you feel a warmth or tingling in your throat, it's okay. Just allow it. I'm just going to calm this down in here. And this is also where the vagus nerve runs, which is probably what's going on with your stomach, the IBS, and the headaches, because the vagus nerve is, well, your parasympathetic is not, it's not something that is working well right now. So I'm just going to calm this down. And that's why you're getting the headaches and the IBS, is that this is all connected. I'm going to run right down to the root chakra at the base of the vagus nerve. All right, just how are you doing?
Okay.
Do you feel that? Do you want to?
Yeah, I felt like my body relaxed, like let it go, or I don't know, just relaxed somehow.
Yeah. And your headache gone? Better?
I feel the warmth in the front. Like, yeah, it's like warmer and more cozy.
Yeah. Yeah. If we were in private session, we would keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to also be mindful of your it's private. In a few minutes, your headache will be gone. It's my sense. It's already dissipating, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel something leave on your right side?
Yeah, it felt like when from the left, it was a little pain in my ear, and then I got the pain in my right.
Yeah, it's pulling it in.
Side ear, but then it was, yeah, some like a bit heaviness I felt for a moment.
Yeah.
On the right side, yeah.
And then from here, from the esophagus down through your vagus nerve, yeah, you should feel much better. Just give it a little bit. Like I said, there's something came up, but I don't necessarily want to share when, with all these people, but it came up from childhood. So especially when I got down to the root.
But if it's important, I mean, I don't care, because I'm really tired of that. So we share. I mean, I'm okay.
Right. Well, I didn't get too deep into it because I was like, whoa, hey. It just came up. It was something to do with father, and when you were a child. So as I was moving down, the vagus nerve is our flight or fight, and when there's any sort of trauma, and emotional trauma, it can just be some, our parents yelling or something. When that goes out of whack and the body doesn't know how to regulate it, then it will stay there. And then the headaches are just part of it. It's on the same line, right? So do you do meditation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all, it's all fixable, so to speak. You can send me an email and I can give you a couple ideas. Even if you don't do a session, I can give you a couple ideas of what to do, because it's not something you should have to live with. Right.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So welcome.
Thank you, Just. Much love, and also thank you, Natalia,
Yeah, of course.
for the support. A question from Vivian. Hi, Natalia.
Yes.
Please help me understand the message for and from my soul as to my right foot holding back, lack of natural grounding. Thank you.
Just so I'm clear on the question, the right foot, what was happening to it?
Lack of natural grounding. And also she wrote my right foot holding back. Or Vivian, if you want to talk, you can also unmute yourself.
Pain? Is there, I mean, the feet are indicative of moving forward in our life, but is there pain in the right foot? Yes. Hi.
Let me see.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, it's a tightness, and I had Lyme's disease 2 years ago, and I have recovered in many ways, but it's my right foot is still tight and kind of numb.
Mm-hmm.
And I would appreciate if you could give me a clue or what to look into.
Vivian, it's on the outside of the foot, correct? Where it's numb?
It's underneath.
Mm-hmm. And like here on the outside and underneath?
Yeah. It's as if I cannot really, have it flat on the ground. It moves a little bit upwards.
Okay. All right. Why don't were you lying down?
Now?
Were you before?
No, I was sitting here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can turn if it's fine, turn your camera off and just lay down, because I don't know that I can do all the work, but I'll see if you get some, if you can hear us and you can let me know, I'll ask you. Okay. But if you lay down is the best way for me to move that energy of the foot.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, Vivian, I'm actually going to go into your lower back first.
Yes.
So you're going to tell me when you feel this heat coming around your hips.
Yes.
Wonderful. And do you have like a sore hip on the left side?
Yes.
I'm going to pull that out, okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to come into the right side of your hip on the high part and the inner part of your thigh on the right leg. And I'm going to come down your leg very slowly. You may feel heat and you may feel tingling.
Yes.
Perfect. So you're very sensitive to the energy. That's good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this energy through your thigh. Oh, there's a blockage. I'm going to bring this energy, just breathe through your upper thigh. into your knee. I'm in your calf. And into your lower calf, and I'm going into your ankle. And you might feel a little twisting because your foot is pronating inward.
Yes.
Yes, so I'm going to just fix that. You might feel your bones shift a bit. That's okay. And you're going to feel this coming out of the top of your foot into the sole, and just let it go. Did you feel tingles come out your feet?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, good. So those tingles are when the energy cells get heated up. So, whew, and you have me hot, which means we moved some energy. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this foot now that we moved it, and I'm going into the heel of your right foot, and you're going to let me know what you feel here. I'm actually putting my hand on the top of your foot and on your heel.
Yeah. It feels cold.
It feels cold. It's beautiful. Healing is cold. Beautiful. Just breathe and stay with me. All right. Now, do you feel some energy coming through the soles of your feet? Of your foot, I should say.
Yes. It feels like I'm relaxing.
Very good.
I'm lying on the floor.
That's perfect. You're closer to Mother Earth. That's even better.
Yes. Yes. And we have a storm here. So it's big.
And where are you?
In Denmark, Scandinavia.
Oh, lovely. All right. Okay.
Yeah. It feels like moving. I feel like moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just another minute. I'm going to bring in some more energy through your whole body since you had Lyme.
Yes.
Beautiful. How do you feel now?
Tired.
Good. Now, only when you're ready, you can stand and see how your foot feels, but only when you're ready. You can bask in that a little bit.
Yes, I will.
It's actually continuing to work.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Let Monsef know in the chat before we go how you're doing. I would like to know. I would like to know. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vivian. That's love. And also thank you very much, Natalia.
Of course.
Yeah, that was really, really powerful. Janet, can you please unmute yourself? Janet?
Yes. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you both for being here. Really appreciate it. And everyone on the call for being part of it. Should I tell you what's going on, Natalia?
Sure, of course.
Okay. I have a ongoing pain in my lower back and left hip.
Mm-hmm. And it runs down your sciatica on your left side.
Yes.
Yeah. And a little bit into your knee on the anterior part of the knee. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's something I see the pain. I see the pain and I see where it runs. So a lot of times people say, I have a neck pain, and then they don't realize, but I actually see it go down the whole back, and then I'll see where it goes through the leg. And it's just like that. Like I just see it. So are you laying down, Jeanette? Jeanette, am I saying your name, Jeanette?
You're saying it right. Thank you.
Sorry. Are you laying down?
I can, yes.
Yeah, that would be best, because I can go into your back, and then I'll move the pain. How long have you 6? I'm getting 6. What is it? 6 months or 6 years? I hope it's 6 months. I hope it's 6 weeks.
It is more 6 months, yes.
It's more 6 months. Okay, I got the 6.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, I hope it's not 6 years. All right. So if you're laying down.
Yes.
Perfect. Did you do the meditation with us?
I did. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, good. No, good. I just want to make sure that your body is already open. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you're going to feel my hands on your front hip bones. You just let me know when you feel that. It's kind of like a warmth.
Okay.
Okay. So now, Jeanette, I'm going to come around your lower back. Do you feel that?
I am. I'm feeling warmth around the tailbone.
Exactly. I'm actually going to pull something out of your tailbone and just allow it to leave. Did you feel that leave?
I feel like I felt something move like towards like the tip of the tailbone.
Yeah. I'm going to go back into the hips and around the lower back. And now I'm going to come, as I did with Vivian, I'm going to come onto your left, the upper part of your left thigh and the inner part of your thigh. Oof. And I'm going to go into the thigh, right into the femur. You let me know when you feel this.
Okay. I am feeling a bit of like tingling.
Yes. Okay, just allow it. I'm coming down your leg. It's right in the femur bone, actually. And then through the knee. In the calf. And Jeanette, I'm going to pull this out your foot, but I'm actually going to come out of the toe. So I'm coming down into the heel and up through the foot. And it's going to, you're going to feel like tingles leave through the top of your toes. Did you feel that move?
I feel like it got very cold around my toes.
Beautiful. So cold is when there's healing occurring. Like deep, deep healing. That's good. That's beautiful.
Excellent.
I would love for you to actually walk and let me know how that feels. And
I'm
you can
good.
do
Yes.
and do a squat and see you're in your knee, because I could see it going through the anterior part of your knee and through your half.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yes, that definitely loosened up.
You're laughing. Does that mean it's a success? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Eh?
It is kind of amazing. Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome. Beautiful.
Okay. I'm so happy.
I can hear it. We could hear it in your laugh, and you could hear it in your voice. And that's beautiful, because you give me goosies, because, you know, I'll say this, the pain is one thing, right? And nobody wants discomfort. But when I hear like that giggle and that like laugh, that's so beautiful, because it's a reminder of who you are. I mean, I'm the conduit for something that's inherent in all of us, and that is the, you know, it's just an indication that we are really all made of something that's so much more miraculous than what we think. And so hearing you laugh like that and giggle is beautiful, because it just gives you a little bit more of a perspective on how incredible you are as a human being. And it's yeah. So it's wonderful. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. It's good to
get
and that emotional benefit.
Totally. And it'll be gone, because there is an emotion attached to that. And I don't know if it probably months after I saw my face when I went into your thigh, I was like, well, there is an emotional component to every pain we have. And when the pain is removed, that's also loosened or transformed or transmuted. And so it's not just that, we always think, it's just the physical pain that bothers you. Well, there's actually an emotional component to it, that we sometimes know and sometimes we don't. But when it's gone, it's beautiful, and it's gone. And we could hear it in your sweet laugh. And so, so good. So
okay.
happy. So happy.
Yeah, me too. Thanks so much. I can't say that enough, but I'll move on now.
You did. Thank you. And I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Janet. And thank you, Natalia. Yeah, that was impressive.
You're welcome. Yeah, we could be here all day. People can be like, my head. We're walking buckets of pain.
Right.
Yes, but that's.
Yeah, let's see. Question from Cheryl.
Yes.
But she can unmute herself. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hello. Thank you for taking me. So
Yeah.
nice that you're here. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you.
I have been having back spasms, and my hands and legs will start shaking, and they can't seem to figure out what it is. And I was hoping you could give me some insight.
Something happened 8 years ago?
let's see, it was about 10 actually, but I got really sick. It's just started out, I just felt like I was going to pass out at work, and I just went downhill from there. And
Right.
I completely lost my voice for, I don't know, over 6 years. Could not speak, and did a bunch of, went to all the doctors, did everything I was supposed to do. Was told they didn't think that I was ever going to come back. And then ultimately I turned to energy healing, and it came back. I'm talking to you. So very grateful for that.
Beautiful. So your voice came back, but you still have the physical aspects of it's a fatigue.
Yes, chronic fatigue.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's in your bones.
It's okay. Interesting.
So our bones are piezoelectric, which is, we're electromagnetic. Have you ever done tuning forks or like a tuning set? You have.
Well, I have some, but I don't know exactly which ones I'm supposed to be using. But I have had someone, I had a session where someone did that on me not too long ago.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is probably a much longer, but if I could help you with one thing today, what would it be?
I think the back spasms.
All right. And how often are those occurring?
Daily.
4 times a day?
At least.
Yeah. Okay. And funny, I'm showing more in the morning than in the night. Is that right? Or more in the earlier part than in the evenings?
I don't know. I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason to it. They just come and go, but they don't go away is the issue.
Okay. All right. Okay. Are you having one now by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So in that, I'm going to have you close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go on top of your head. You let me know when you feel me on top of your head. One hand, and the other hand is at the very base of your spine. Do you feel that?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
It's okay. That's fine. Okay. You're sitting, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it should feel like heat, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel that?
Yeah, on my head.
Yes. And the other hand is right at the base of your spine. And the reason you're probably not as sensitive to it is that because of the spasms.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to do something, which is I'm moving my left hand up your vertebrae. So you might feel this almost like I'm moving it like a musical instrument. Do you feel that a bit?
I just feel very hot.
Yeah,
very
good.
hot.
That's just the energy. Okay, good. All right. So what I'm going to do is go into the base of your skull where the occipital bone is at the back of your head. Okay. My other hand is on your prefrontal cortex on your forehead. And just allow. Just receive. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your spinal cord and almost stretch it out. And I want you to let me know when you feel.
As soon as you said it,
Yeah, good, good.
I like sat up straighter.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. We're at the very top. We're like very top of your spinal cord. Just breathe. Just breathe. All right. You might feel like a little shock or something right between the shoulder blades on the spinal cord. Did you feel that?
no.
It's
Mostly
okay.
what I feel is on the kind of like on the right side.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm working my way down.
Oh,
It's all right. Just breathe. Do your hips protrude forward? Like,
it could be the way I'm sitting, because
okay.
I'm sitting on the floor. So
Okay,
that might be.
That's all right. I'm going to actually there are 3 vertebrae that are just the very base of the coccyx bone. And sometimes they're tilted a little forward, but I see them tilted forward to the right. So I'm just going to move this, and you may feel like a shift in your tailbone. It's all good.
I just had something go up my back and I tilted to the left and my neck cracked.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. All right. Okay. And you're not having spasm right now anymore?
No, I am.
You are?
I am.
All right. Well, let's relax this then. Okay, you let me know when your whole spine feels like there we go. You let me know when that feels like it's calmed down.
Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you, Cheryl, and thank you very much, Natalia, for the support. Yeah, very grateful to you. And yes, Cheryl, just trying to mute you. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very grateful to you for the support you shared with our audience, and I mean, for everything. The meditation also was very, very powerful, and the discussion. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Monsef, and thank you all for joining and for being open and receptive, and for your beautiful questions. And I'm curious to know how Just is doing. If she would let Monsef know in the chat, I'd be curious. I'll send you some more healing. Yeah. And if I did adjust you or work on you, just know it's unless it was gone instantly. It's still occurring. Like with Vivian, it's actually going to dissipate slowly. I just got that. And to drink lots of fluids.
Yeah,
Everyone
wonderful.
should, even from the meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Linda,
Thank you.
Cheryl, thank you. Such a wonderful call and gathering. And yeah, just you can either send by chat or maybe email later.
Yes.
And yeah, so thank you again, Natalia. And
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
And yeah, just yours. Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you for the healing. And yeah, so thank you everyone for your presence today, for creating with us this really wonderful call. Really loved it. And thank you for those who asked their questions and for their comments. And again, I invite you to sign up for one of the one-on-one private sessions that Natalia is offering us. There is a 30-minute Attune Energy session and also 60 minutes Attune Energy session. And the link, again, is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia. yourdivineuniqueness.com/Natalia. NATALIA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live event page, later on the replay page. And the link also on YouTube video description and on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And Zila Short, beautifully healings to witness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Natalia. And so with that, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.